Hey guys, and welcome back to Mama's Gaming Channel. Today's video is a guide that is about making the most of a bad team in Overwatch. All of us have had to deal with bad teammates in the past who don't communicate, synergize, pick good characters, and/or play well. This video will give some ideas on how to win even with bad team conditions. First off, we have to define what a bad team or teammate is in Overwatch. A bad team is a team that consists of individuals who have poor performance and/or do not work well together. This is a really broad definition, but it is difficult to be more specific when Overwatch has so many contexts involved. And on top of that, who decides what poor performance is? How do you know when you're not working well together? These are questions that I aim to answer in this video as well. Now, before we go in depth about bad teams, I want to remind you that toxicity is never the answer. I made a video that talked about how to avoid toxicity in Overwatch, and I'm not going in depth about avoiding toxicity again. If you would like to check it out, there will be a card on screen, and I can also link the video in the description. In that video, I said the best way to avoid toxicity in Overwatch is to assume the best in people. The other way is to treat everyone with respect regardless of their skill level or performance. Everyone knows that a bad team inherently decreases its chance of victory, but you can further make the situation worse when there is toxicity between the team. Just because your team is bad doesn't mean you still can't win. If even a bad team comp can work together, they have a chance, small though it may be, to still be victorious. So even if you have the worst teammates in history, it never justifies being toxic towards one another. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about how to make a bad team not so bad. One way that makes a team bad is the lack of communication. I made a video on this topic as well, and the video will be linked so you can go watch it. It talks about how to communicate and what to do when your team is not verbally communicating. In times like these, the best thing you can do is use the call out menu to communicate with your team. From there, you can call for a group up, ask for healing, and notify your team of your ult status. It's not much, but it's the only way to communicate during a match. Now, if you have a mic in team chat but no one is talking, make callouts anyways. Sometimes people will have their headsets on but won't speak. They can still hear your callouts. Lacking in synergy is another way a team can fail. I have made several videos talking about synergy, and they will also be linked so you can watch them later. In those videos, it talks about basic ways to synergize using character abilities and ultimates. In this video, we're going to talk about forcing synergy between teammates and yourself where no synergy existed. All of us have experienced playing with people in solo queue who are not communicating and rush the enemy whether their team is with them or not. Back in Season 5, I played a match with some friends where we had the exact problem. Our soldier and McCree were not talking to us and constantly rushed headlong into the fight. Fortunately, Buddy and I were playing together and we used our pre-existing synergy to carry with Winston and Zarya, which caused our team to win despite the lack of synergy from our DPS. Even so, in this match, we did force synergy by disengaging when our DPS went down and re-engaging when they came back, even though they made no move to synergize with us. By letting them decide when we engage, we ensured that we would have a 6-man fight as often as possible. Forcing synergy is a great way to make the most out of a bad situation. When you can't communicate with your team, then look at your team comp and try to take a character that has inherent synergy with your team. I played a quick play match in the off season on Horizon where my team had chosen 5 DPS characters. This of course left me trying to choose which support I should take. I chose Zen for a number of reasons. Normally, I wouldn't dream of having Zen as a solo support because his healing is the weakest in the game, and I would fear not having enough healing to go around for the whole team. I also would be apprehensive about taking Zen because he is so fragile and easy to isolate when there are no tanks. And to make matters worse, I could not talk with my team. I chose Zen because of the map and Torbjorn. We were defending Horizon, which means that we would have wide open spaces with good sniper positions. I thought about taking Ana for that reason, but I am not the best sniper. Zen can still do significant damage at range, if you can hit them, but more importantly, I can heal with Zen without being a good shot. Plus his Discord orbs can help my team eliminate the enemy quicker, which would, in theory, lessen the amount of healing I would need to do. I could also post up next to the Torbjorn turret for protection. If someone wanted to attack me from my perch, they would need to choose between fighting me or the turret. This was how I forced synergy with my team. I kept Discord orbs on targets and used Torb's turrets and armor for protection. The plan worked well until the enemy Sombra emped Torb and his turret. Then our whole team basically died at once and I was left alone. After we lost the first point, we went to the second point and did the exact same thing. It worked beautifully, and even though we changed it up a little bit at the end, We won rather easily. If that were a competitive match, the results may have varied, but the idea is still the same. I think we have all been in a match like this where everyone picks their favorite character irrespective of the team composition. Again, in those situations, try and assume the best in people. I was talking about Overwatch with some of my friends, and one of them said if one of their teammates chooses a sniper or another DPS character like Genji and rushes into the fight only to have killed nothing and come back for healing, he refuses to heal them. I immediately called him out on that. I told him that we do not pick and choose who we heal because we don't like their playing style or their character choice. That's extremely toxic. My effort doesn't change because I dislike my group. I'll play the best I can no matter what. My devotion to my team is not dependent on their performance nor their character choice. I'll heal you because you're my teammate and I need your help to win. I don't protect someone because they're nice to me or always thank me for saving them. I protect my team because that's what Overwatch is about. That's my job. I watch over you and you watch over me, and together we can win this. Everything I do is for the team. I choose my character with the team in mind. If I have a DPS character, each projectile fired is for the team, not for my own glory. When I use my ultimate to wipe out the team, I don't do it to get the POTG. I do it because we need the enemy out of the way. Every scrap of healing is given unconditionally. Every bullet blocked is for my team, regardless of who they're playing as or how often they acknowledge my efforts. This is the essence of Overwatch. I watch over you, you watch over me, and together we'll win this match. Players with this mindset can hardly be wrong. Unless they flat out don't know how to play or are making honest mistakes, these players will be doing their best to win. Worse than making mistakes, players that play only for themselves can make a bad team worse. If their mechanical skill outweighs their lack of teamwork, then even though they have the wrong attitude, they can still be a good addition to the team. Instead of hating on the player who picks Hanzo right away, try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Build your team comp around him as best as possible and let him prove himself. Don't throw a match or leave because you don't like a character choice. Consider it to be a challenge and be creative in how to create a viable team comp with that character. The point I'm trying to make in this video is that there is no action nor circumstance that constitutes being toxic, throwing, or leaving a match at any point during the match. If your team gets rolled over on the first round, figure out how to improve and not just leave because you see no hope. There is always a chance to come back so long as the match continues. Be respectful to every player you encounter and give people the benefit of the doubt. Doing these things will automatically cause you to become a better Overwatch player. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you have a request for a new video or want to talk about this video, then post something in the comment section. If you want to see more content, then go to my Twitch channel where you can view past streams as well as live ones when I do them. If you want to find out why my channel exists and support my cause, then check out my Patreon page. I will link everything in the description. Thanks again for watching this video, and I hope to see you later here in MGC. God bless.